Okay, welcome team to my next video. I wanted to make this for you guys because I decided to have a leader call, a bunch of the leaders, the upcoming leaders on the team. We had a Zoom and we talked about recruiting and attraction marketing. And I wanted to bring this to all of you because it's such great information that we wanted to share it with you guys. So this is for Team Pay It Forward. My name is Crystal Milligan, and I'm the founder of Team Pay It Forward. I am a 2-star diamond, and I've been a personal trainer for 13, almost 14 years now, and I have been a coach for about 2.5 years, and I have 2 little toddlers running around the house. So recruiting and attraction marketing. This is huge because everybody wants to recruit and everybody wants to attract people that actually are passionate about what they do and have drive and dedication and determination. And ideally we want to attract like that perfect customer, client, coach, whatever you're looking to attract. So if you think about it, it's kind of like being a mom. I know we have a lot of moms on the team. It's very similar. So basically, or a parent in general, but you have to show up every day. You have to be consistent. You have to be organized. You have to have structure. You have to lead by example. Those are key things that you need to do if you want to recruit people. You need to have yourself situated, organized, good to go before you're really going to start recruiting rock stars for your business. You might get some people to join on board with you, people that believe in you already in the beginning, or people that have great success right off the bat, and they see the vision that you see and that the team has. But if you really want to attract that key person who's going to run with the same ideas that you have or similar ideas that you have and really build a business and move forward and run and have momentum, then you need to be leading by example. You need to be consistent. You need to be organized, have structure, all of those different things. So think about, first off, ask yourself, am I that type of coach? So now is the time to ask yourself, okay, have I been acting like a hobby coach, or have I been acting like a business building coach? Am I doing things consistently? Am I doing all those different things? So first off, ask yourself that, and let's just do a little assessment of yourself. And then once you have done that and you start moving forward, then first of all, we have to cover this. So none of any of this recruiting and attraction marketing stuff really truly matters if you do not have the basics down. So you need to go from hobby style coach to business building coach to get there. And so that is, like we just said, showing up every day, being consistent, having some type of organized structural type of thing, leading by example. That means you are doing the 3 vital behaviors daily. You are inviting, you are doing your workouts, you are drinking your Shakeology, you are doing your personal development. And we're going to get into that a lot more. And then the 4th vital behavior, you are sharing your journey. You're sharing your story. You're putting yourself out there and you're letting other people know what it is that you're doing and how you're doing it and what the effects are and all of that kind of stuff. And you're sharing along the way. So none of that matters unless you are doing that stuff consistently. Right? So if you guys are doing that consistently, then kudos to you. And now we can take it on to this next part. If you're not doing that stuff, then you need to start, you can use the business activity tracker and start keeping track of it that way. Send it to your upline. If your upline is not actively pursuing the business, then send it to somebody that you know that is actively pursuing the business. Reach out above you to somebody who is really growing and that you consider a mentor, and then ask them to help you out and send it to them once a week and ask for feedback. And then having that accountability there should get you into that consistency of moving forward and really trying to really actually build your business. So, okay. So with, if you are working out, you're drinking your Shakeology, you're doing all these great things, but you aren't doing your personal development, none of that is going to matter unless you are actually working on yourself. If you're not on a growth path, then you are not going to attract coaches. And here is the thing. If you are on a growth path, so when you're doing personal development, and a lot of people don't know this, that when you get into coaching and you get into business building, people don't realize that they're going to be growing tremendously, not just having a physical change on the outside of this great fitness and health journey and the things that they're accomplishing with that kind of stuff, but you're also going to be growing internally. You're going to be, gaining more guts, more confidence, learning things about yourself, overcoming obstacles, diving head first and overcoming your fears. All of these things are key to being a successful coach. Whatever your weaknesses are the things that you're going to be working on and the things that you're going to be moving forward and growing in. And that's super important. That is one of the reasons why we do personal development. And so as an entrepreneur, that is what you are. If you are a business building coach, you have taken on this business and you are an entrepreneur. And you must be on a growth path, looking to improve upon yourself, not just outwardly, but inwardly. And then you need to start sharing that, because like attracts like. And so if you are not working on yourself and growing, then how would you attract anybody else who is looking to grow, who is looking to change, who is looking to move forward and be motivated, and all of those different things? So basically, what it comes down to, first off, is, as horrible as this sounds, it's not very sexy to say this or anything like that, but when it comes down to it, it is a numbers game, right? Everybody matters and everybody counts, and we want to help people, and that is the main reason why we're here. We want to help people get healthy and fit. We want to end the trend of obesity. We want to pay it forward. Hence why our team name is what it is, through health and fitness, and then also through leading a life by design. So designing to the fact where you're not struggling for money, or that you get to pay for a family vacation, or you get to help out with finances at home, or you get to put in money towards your kids' college, or you get to leave your job and stay at home with your kids, or you get to travel the world, or whatever your dream might be. We're also paying it forward in that way too. We're showing people this business, this opportunity to be able to help people change their lives and accomplish these dreams and these desires that people have had that they maybe never thought were ever possible. So it is a numbers game when it comes down to it. Not everybody's going to be interested in getting healthy and fit, unfortunately. Not everybody's going to be interested in this opportunity. But here's the thing. The more people that you talk to means the more people that you're going to recruit, which means the more people that are going to hit Success Club, which means the more people that are going to hit Diamond, and so on and so on and so on, right? So if you are recruiting 2 people each month, the likelihood of each and every single person moving forward and becoming a rock star, like maybe you talked to 20 people and you recruited 10 people out of those 20, and then from there maybe 1 out of every 4 or 5 hit Success Club, and then so on and so forth. So how do you get those numbers to be better? Okay, well, then you have to talk to more people. So if you were talking to 20 in order to get to 2, well, okay, now I want to hit 5. So now I have to talk to 50. And then so that means I'm going to have 5 people coming in each month, and that means I'm going to double what I'm hitting for Success, whatever else. There's no hardcore numbers or whatever, but the more people that you talk to, the more people that are going to do things, the more people that are going to move forward, the more people that are going to have the opportunity. You never know who is going to do big things with this. You never know who could possibly change someone's life for the better. So it is a numbers game when it comes down to it. So Beyond that, though, if you're not sharing your growth along the way, how are you going to attract people who want to grow? So you need to share it along the way. So you want to be the coach that you want to attract. And then basically you kind of just have to brag about it. You can do it humbly, and you can, you know, make sure that you are not being over the top about yourself or whatever, but you really need to just share your story about the accolades that you're achieving. And so what happens is, a lot of times as new coaches, or even newer coaches, we think like, oh, well, I haven't made that much money yet, or, oh, well, I'm still just a coach, or I'm still just an emerald, or I'm still just a whatever. You start making these excuses as, oh, I don't have a story to tell. Well, I don't have the, you know, it's the same thing when it comes back to our fitness. I mean, for me, when I first started, I was a personal trainer. So I didn't have a before and an after. You know, I didn't have like that much. I didn't think initially that I had a story to tell. And then I realized everyone has a story to tell. The things that I had overcome, the things that had changed, the things that why I started with Beachbody, that's my story. And everyone has something to share. And there are people that will connect with you because of that, because there are a ton of people that are out there just like you, believe it or not. So know that the same thing as far as with coaching, that you think that, oh, you know, nobody's going to be inspired by my story, or nobody's going to know anything or whatever. I don't have this great story. You have something to share. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what are some of the things that you can share when you are a brand new coach and you feel like you don't have a story yet? You can share, and I highly encourage this. And I was telling the leaders, a lot of them are doing this already. They're doing these great things. So I'm just kind of reinforcing the positive behavior and letting you guys know what it is as well, in case you haven't known this yet. But hopefully some of you are doing this already, and then a lot of more of you can join in. So one of the first things that you can do is to positively reinforce your customers when they do things right. So say you just got your first customer and they haven't lost any weight yet, and they haven't had a success story yet, or whatever else, but they showed up every single day and they got their workouts in. Shout that out. Like, oh my gosh, this is why I started coaching, because, you know, and share on your page. This is why I started coaching, because I have a dear friend who is doing this fitness journey with me, and you know, she's in my accountability group, and she came and she showed up and she did her workout every single day this week, and she's rocking it, and I'm so proud of her. You know what? That could happen to all of you, right? I mean, that's not something that's really whatever, but you're shouting out how, you know, one, you're shouting out the success of your customer, which makes your customer feel really, really good. And then two, you're showing that you love this, that you have people who are doing cool things and making improvements upon themselves, and you're sprinkling that coaching aspect into your posts. And so it could be something as simple as that. When somebody texts you, this should be a given. When somebody texts you and says, hey, oh my gosh, I lost 5 pounds in the first week. It's out of control. It's amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Or I have so much energy. I have not had this much energy and I don't know how long. And I just feel so good. Thank you so much for introducing me to this group. You know, share that text. Ask your customer, you know, can I share your name? Can I tag you in it? Because if you can do that, if they're comfortable enough with that, that is even better, because when you tag them, then they're going to have a ton of people commenting on their stuff, which will then get you referrals, or then also maybe get them excited about potentially becoming a coach themselves. But anyways, I digress. So that is something that you definitely want to be sharing, those little successes, those growth factors of how you're growing as a coach, how you're growing in this business. When you do bring on coaches, and when your coaches hit Success Club, when they hit Success Starters, you know, talk about how the first month in Success Starters, oh my goodness, I'm so proud of so-and-so. They hit, you know, in their first month, they hit their goal. They helped 4 people, and they earned a call with our CEO, Carl Deichler. I am so proud of them for helping them move to move their business forward. Proud coach moment, hashtag it or whatever. You know, something as simple as that. You're not saying, become a coach, join my teams, buy this challenge pack. You're not doing any of that kind of stuff. You are sharing, right? That's what we are. We are sharers. We are storytellers. We are sharers. We're sharing our journey. And that is an example of sharing so that people can see how you're growing. You are having people come on in your business who are having success, and that is part of your growth. They see that success, and success is attractive. So some of those things are examples of how you can start talking about your growth. There's also, when you're a very brand new coach, right? So there's also, you know, all of you should be reading personal development. And so especially like if you are in the new coach training, you know, you're reading your compound effects, or you might be reading another book if you're beyond that, or if you haven't started it yet or whatnot. But you can start, there's a million different lessons in this book, a ton of different practical lessons that can be applied to everybody out there. And so maybe you share a lesson from this book. Maybe you do it every other day. You share a lesson that from the 10 minutes that you read that day, and you're adding, remember we talk about what's one of the things that you should be doing in your posts. You should be adding value, right? So how do you add value? You share something that you're learning within this personal development that you're reading, and you share how it's starting to change the way you think of things and change how you're growing and how you're moving forward and how you feel and how you attempt things and how you do things. So share that. So you need to get better at what you can get better at, and then you need to share about it. So that is another very practical way that you, right from the get-go, right when you first start, you can start sharing about your growth. And remember, when you are growing, because what happens, most people stay in their little bubble, in their comfort zone. They stay in here, they have this glass ceiling on top of their head, and they don't ever go anywhere because it's so much nicer just to stay where we're comfortable. And yeah, I have these hopes and dreams, and maybe they'll happen someday, whatever else. But people who are doers and getting out there and taking action and making things happen, that is appealing, that is attractive, and that is what you are going to start doing, and you are growing because of that, because you're getting out of your comfort zone. And even if it's just starting with something small, the fact that you're reading a book to broaden your mind is something that most people don't do. Share that with people, you know, share how you're doing, you know, the things that you're learning and stuff like that, and that's attractive. People will notice that, and people will be drawn towards you, and you will start attracting people who want to grow as well. So nobody is going to want to sign up with you if you're not promoting hope, right? So overall, we talk about this on a regular basis. We all have bad days, and we all have our downtime and stuff like that. Here's the thing, though. You, as a coach, should be promoting hope. You are a positive life force, and you need to be projecting that. Yes, you want to share your story for when bad stuff does happen to you to show that you're normal, but what you want to do as a great coach is to show how you overcame that, or how you're overcoming that, or how you're not going to let that drag you down, how you're going to learn from it, or how you're going to grow from it, or how you're going to move forward. So you're promoting hope, and that is very important, because if you start posting negative things on your social media, that is not attractive. People might relate to you because they think the same thing, but that is not appealing, and that is not attractive, and that is not going to draw people into your business who are going to want to have growth and going to want to move forward. Complaining about things and griping about things and stuff like that, that is not ideal. So I hope that you're not doing that. I hope that if you have been doing that, stop right now. Don't do it anymore. And yeah, so you need to be in the focus of promoting hope and inspiring people, and reaching out. And so If you are going to be a rock star recruiter, you want to bring on business builders, right? Because you want to move your business forward. And so in order to do that, you have to help other people move their business forward as well. And so in order to do that, we're going to focus on that attraction marketing. And so as you grow and share, then you are going to attract other people who want to grow and share because you've inspired them. I know that now that I've been doing this for 2.5 years, I start to have people who come and tell me, oh my gosh, you're so inspiring, or oh, I love, I've been watching what you do, and it's just so motivating. You're so motivating. I don't know how you do what you do all the time, whatever else. And I'm like, I am a normal person just like you. I didn't start out this way. I never did personal development ever before I became a coach. I would learn about fitness stuff, but that's not things that are broadening my mind and moving me forward in growth-wise. So realize that is going to happen, that people are always watching you. You know that we always tell you guys that, especially as new coaches, we tell you that people are always watching you. That is why the consistency of posting on a regular basis is super important, because they're watching what you're doing. And that is why you don't want to talk about negative stuff, and you want to do that promoting of hope and sharing your story. So you don't want to just be a challenge group coach, which is awesome. That's great. But if you really truly want to build your business, you're not going to be focused on retail sales forever. Yes, that's a key part. And that's where we get a lot of our coaches from. A lot of our great coaches are people that come out of our challenge groups, if they've done challengers and stuff. But you want to be a business builder coach. You want to find other people who want to build this business as well. And so don't be afraid to project that. And so I know for me, when I first started, because I was a personal trainer, so I was really comfortable with the fitness side of things. So I didn't have a problem getting people in my challenge groups. I didn't have a problem attracting customers who trusted me and who trusted my opinion and stuff like that. But I had a problem attracting coaches. And so I sat down and I analyzed, and I asked my mentors, and I asked my success partners, and I realized that I wasn't talking about coaching. I wasn't sharing my successes. I wasn't sharing how it had been changing my life. I wasn't sharing my accomplishments. It was a random here and there that I would do it, and it wasn't consistent whatsoever. And so then I started sharing more about coaching. I started sprinkling it in, in here and there. Like the reason why I love, reason number 500 and blah, blah, blah of why I love coaching, because I get to control my own schedule. And so, yeah, I can be at home with my kids, or I could be on vacation and still making money. Whereas before, when I was a personal trainer, if I left and I went on vacation, I didn't get paid because I wasn't working. So now I make money consistently all the time, whether I work 5 hours a day one day or 1 hour a day the next day, or whatnot. And so that's something I can share now. So I need to share those kinds of things. Same thing of like how when you're a new coach, some of the things that you would be sharing about would be how you've never had a job before where everybody supports each other and everybody works together and wants to help people with their growth, where you've never had a job before that was so positive, where you wanted to work late at night and you wanted to spend extra time on it versus instead of watching TV and stuff like that. Like that is something that most people don't have. That has nothing to do with an income that you're earning yet. If you're just a brand new coach and you're not really earning that much of an income yet, that stuff comes in time, and you can talk about that down the road when you are doing that. But initially you want to attract people as well. And so those are the things that you would talk about, is how this is different from other things, why you decided to do this, why you love it so much, what it's done for you so far, all of those different things. So so one thing that I absolutely have to say, and then I'm going to close this out with just a few non-negotiables. But if you're not hitting Success Club and you're not doing personal development, then you're not growing. It's just really not possible. So if you're not hitting Success Club, you're not doing personal development, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, then you're going to attract other people that aren't going to grow. yes, there's always the exception on either way. So, maybe you are growing and then you attract people who still aren't doing anything. Or maybe you aren't doing anything and you attract people who all of a sudden pop out and they're rock stars. There's always the exception to the rule, of course. But overall, as a majority, you attract what you are. And so when you take this seriously, your coaches are going to take this seriously. When you are fired up and excited about this and passionate, your coaches are going to feel that, and they're going to want to jump in with you and be excited and passionate with you and share that feeling with you. So you, number one, need to lead by example. Lead by example. What kind of coach do you want on your team? Are you acting in that way? Are you acting in that manner? So non-negotiables to being a rock star recruiter. You have to hit Success Club. The Success Club is the foundational building block for building your income. We all know that. You should know that by now. If you're a brand new coach and it's day one, you've probably already been on our team page and you've seen something about Success Club and saying like, okay, what's this Success Club thing? What does that, the heck does that mean? But if you've been doing this for at least a week or two, you know that it is a foundational building block for building your income. It means that you're helping 3 to 5 people plus each month, something that is very doable, helping 3 people each month. So you have to hit Success Club. You have to. If you're not, then you're not growing your business. You're not moving forward. You must build a following. If you are not adding to your network, your growth and your sharing is going to fall on deaf ears. So you need to be adding, like we talked about in the business activity tracker, when you were a brand new coach, that you should be adding ideally 2 to 3 people every single day. We share with you. That's a whole other video. I have a whole other video on how to start or how to get started with your Beachbody business or as a Beachbody coach. And it talks about that. How do I find people to add to my network? How do I reach out? How do I grow? And we teach you all of that. But you must build a following. How are you going to have people coming to your party if you're not putting it out there, if you don't have people to share it with, right? You need to have a following in order to have people to even attract. Remember, we talked about it's a numbers game when it all comes down to it. And so if you only have 100 followers, then, how many people are really going to be a part of that? And how much can you really grow? You can start with like 100 followers. I think I had maybe a little bit more than that when I first started. But you need to continuously grow and move forward, right? So that is super important. So you need to find the people that you want, that you are looking for, who you are. You need to find people similar to yourself or similar to what you want on your team and who you seek, and you need to go. And you need to, if you're on Instagram, you need to go seek those people out on Instagram. And if you have a Facebook fitness page, then you need to start putting those things in your ads and everything else like that, and using those specific hashtags and whatnot. If you are looking for people through Facebook groups, whether you're a mom and you're in a bunch of different moms groups, or you are really into knitting and you're in these knitting groups, or whatever your hobby might be, you're like, I'm a big Giants fan, so I might be in these Giants groups and talking about football and whatever else. And I'm genuinely connecting with people in these groups about something that has nothing to do with fitness and Beachbody and anything else like that. But I'm connecting with them. And then guess what? Then I can friend them. And I'm not going to like pounce on them to be, oh, do you want to be a part of my challenge group? Do you want to buy this for me? Do you want to buy that for me? Blah, 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 blah. Do you want to be a coach? Because I think you'd be a great coach. No, I'm not going to verbally vomit all over them. I'm going to genuinely connect with them, engage with them, have real conversation with them. Then I'm going to friend them. And then they're going to see what I'm doing as I'm leading by example, as I'm sharing my story. And then that all starts to grow and build, right? So patience, but you must build a following. You need to start from the get-go, and you need to continue to grow as you move along. That's a huge part of it. So even this, like I started at the beginning of this year, really investing and saying, like, I've seen top coaches, someone who's in the top 10 who I'm really slightly obsessed with right now, but I follow her, and I've seen her grow her like page, her fitness page on Facebook from 6,000 people to over 90,000 people in like a year and a half. but that's because she consistently put forth effort into it. She moved forward in that direction. And so I said at the beginning of this year, okay, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put forth effort consistently, like extra effort into building this every single day for this whole entire year. And same thing with Instagram. I'm gonna put forth that effort so I can grow, right? And I'm not gonna expect a whole lot out of it at the beginning. You know, yes, I do get people here and there coming from my Instagram account and coming from my fitness page account. But is it, I'm expecting it to grow now and be in its growth phase where I am connecting with people and I am building those relationships, and I am, you know, engaging with people, and people are getting to know me, and they're relating to me, and they're feeling comfortable with me. And guess what? Then next year I am expecting to rock it out. So don't expect things to happen overnight. You know, just like with fitness, like same thing what we promote with Beachbody, we say like this is actual work. Like this is something that you have to put in. There's no quick fix. This is not a pill or a wrap or anything like that. This is something that is a lifestyle type of thing. Yes, you do have to work out, and yes, you do have to eat healthy, and yeah, there is balance and stuff like that too, but this is what it's all about. And so same thing within the business, that you have to put forth that effort and work towards moving forward, work and that growth. So have to hit Success Club. You have to build a following. That's absolutely something that you need to be doing. And then last but not least, you have to set the example, and you have to project success. Again, you basically have to brag about yourself. So you're going to be, like I said before, talking about your challengers, talking about your coaches on a regular basis. You know, those are the building blocks for success. Show people how you're moving up. So if you hit Emerald, then your coach will hopefully do this for you, or you could do it for yourself if your coach doesn't do it for you, or when one of your coaches hits Emerald. Remember, even if you felt like you've talked about it already on your page before, not everybody sees everything. And a lot of times what happens is people need to see things at least a minimum of 12 times before they like kind of click and make like a decision on something. So if you have a coach that hits Emerald, you on your page, not just in our team page, you say, congratulations, so-and-so, you know, for hitting Emerald. I'm so proud of you and everything that you've accomplished, and da-da-da-da-da. But you also put it on your personal page and on your business fitness page if you have one or whatever, and on your Instagram or whatever social accounts that you have. And you say, you know, same thing. I'm so proud of so-and-so for hitting Success Club. Maybe you give a sentence or two about their story, or how they've hit it, or how fast they hit it, or the struggles that they've overcome, or something like that. And then you say, you know, you basically explain, I'm so stoked for you, or I'm so excited for you because, you know, now you're going to get customer leads from Beachbody, and you're going to automatically increase your paycheck. You're going to get a raise. You gave yourself a raise because you moved forward in your business and you advanced in rank. I'm so super proud of you. Because saying, yay, congratulations, you hit Emerald, doesn't mean anything to the public. People don't know what Emerald is. We do, but people don't know what Emerald is. And so when you tell people, you say, I'm going to now get customer leads from the company, and I'm going to get a raise. That is something that people that are not in our team can relate to. Oh, wow, that's pretty awesome. And then they see that you're having all these people move forward in Emerald on a regular basis. And they're like, wow, she's helping a lot of people move forward in their business. And then you're projecting success. So share those accolades with people. People want to get involved with success. That is hands down what happens. So if you want to be a rock star recruiter and attract the people that you ideally want to have in your business, then you need to start taking action on some of these things right away. So depending on where you're at, we're all at very different places. You need to start putting some of these things into place. So if you have just started and you don't even have the 3 vital behaviors down yet and your personal development, then you need to be focused on that, and you need to be doing your personal development, working on you, and sharing that. If you are focused and you've got that down, and you're focused and you're moving forward and you are building your business, then you need to be sharing about the people in your business that are moving forward. You need to be sharing about how, you know, when you started versus now, how you've grown, and all those different kinds of things. So really project that success, share that with people, and do that consistently on a weekly basis at minimum. But remember, sprinkle it in and add that in. So I encourage you to take action today, this week for sure though. Whenever you watch this, go on this and take action. Don't just watch these videos and say, oh yeah, that's great. Awesome. Watch this. Hopefully you've taken notes. And go and do something and put it into action right away. That is how you're going to grow. That is how you're going to get better. And that is how you're going to move forward in this process, right? So I can't wait to see your growth. I can't wait to see all the rock stars that you are recruiting and how you're moving forward in your business and how you are changing this world. All right, guys, until next time.